Welcome to Season 2, Episode 15 of PlaneSavers! Okay, folks, we are in the PlaneSavers. What are we going to call this place? Hangar? Petite hangar? PlaneSavers Petite hangar. If you haven't seen last episode, which is episode 14.
So we'll make sure we're able to reuse them, and we'll make our spar of 40-inch according to the rod sense drawing. We'll start tomorrow.
And now Benjamin and Stella are going to get to work, start building the spar of the landing gear. But before, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. But Benjamin, what's the plan right now?
So right now we have our sheet of 2024 1/16 of an inch thick. So 0.63 of an inch. So that's our sheet, and we'll draw on it with our fancy tools the whole pattern and the bend lines and stuff like that. So we'll basically copy this. There's a side view right there. So this goes right on top and fits in it nicely.
Okay, Benjamin, what's the update? How's it going?
It's going great. So we have the basic outline. It's gonna go like that for the main spar part component.
Okay, so we're here. William, how's it going?
Good.
Good. So Benjamin has got all the pieces made out here. I know it's pretty hard to see on camera, but we're gonna cut it and we're gonna see what it looks like.
Okay, I'll lock it in place.
Fait que là,
Check encore si c'est bon.
moi je vois des straight sa ligne.
Ok, moi aussi.
Mais ça coupe plus sharp là. Des fois tu te mets de l'autre sens ou de l'autre.
Non, ça peu importe. Let's see.
First piece.
Oh yeah, it looks about right. Perfect. Right on the line.
William?
Perfect.
The apprentice sheet metal. He's getting it.
Okay, folks, I know this is going to be a little bit confusing, so I want to just step back for a sec and explain what the heck we're doing with the sheet of metal. This right here is the wing spar of the fourth wing. And so this goes in basically the landing gear, and the axle goes through that little hole right there. And this provides all the structure for the landing gear. Yeah, right. So this is what was on the airplane and survived the crash. Did a very magnificent job, but it isn't designed to what the plans have. As you can see, it is basically 4 pieces of aluminum. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's kind of put together with this hinge. But what we're going to do, referencing the plans, Benjamin.
Yes. So we have our. We'll make our spar 2, but with 2 pieces, with 2 sheets instead of 4. So we have the first one, which we explained in the previous episode. It's going to be a U. So we have the 2 lines to bend that U right there. Boop. And we'll be...
so this is what it's going to look like, folks.
Exactly.
So it's flat, and then boop, just like wings of a F4U Corsair or something that folds up.
Exactly.
Did the wings on the Corsair fold up?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Or a Hellcat?
No, they did. On the Corsair, they did.
Okay, there you go. So there, wings of a Corsair folds up. So.
Yeah. So we have that first one. So basically, we won't use those things here. We won't use the 90-degree corner parts.
So these were put on to put all 4 together.
Right.
We're not going to need that
because the 2 pieces of that will be in a U shape will just slide one into each other, and we'll rivet on both sides like that.
Okay.
So that's how it's gonna be.
But we've ran into a problem.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay, to do a perfect bend on, so we're going to need 2 90s.
Yeah.
Now, Benjamin worked late last night and did some experimenting with the help of Rod. Explain the process of how to bend those 90s.
So what we're supposed to do, we were supposed to have a 1/8 of an inch radius, which is a pretty big radius. So we have a bending platform over there with the good radius block, but it wasn't long enough for that piece. So we had this one though, but it's 1/16 of an inch radius, which is it's way too small for this kind of thickness. It breaks, it tears tears cracks in your metal right away when you try to bend with this radius.
Okay, so this is very cool. Dropping it. Take two. Okay, so this is very cool. So what radius do we need on the spar?
So again, it's 1/8 radius. So to test if we have the good radius, we take a quarter drill bit. So the diameter, it's 2 times the radius, a quarter, and 1/8 radius. So we have, that's the little test I did with Rod to explain how we did manage to have a 1/8 radius with a 1/16 of an inch bending forming block. It looks like that. So we just added over top some sheets that like that. Poop. It's not the actual sheet we used, but we added some sheets on the bending block, and by putting our piece and bending it with the sheet over top, like the type of, you can call it a shim basically, it made our radius bigger. So we achieved the 1/8 radius, as you can see. If I put my drill bit right here, it matches it pretty close. So it works. It did work on a piece like that long, but with this one, there no luck. It's way too strong.
You tried it?
I tried it. I have a sample of it when I tried. So yeah, basically that's the shim we used to go from a 1/16 radius to a 1/8 radius.
So this is 1/16?
Yep.
And this is 1/8?
Exactly. So by sliding it right here,
you're changing that angle.
Exactly.
So that's a trick that would have worked for small pieces.
Yep, exactly.
So
the
long. Big piece?
Too long, too strong. And yeah, it's too, like I almost have to put up my whole weight, which is not good. It starts ripping the plastic. It doesn't go farther than that. And if I try to add more shim,
no go.
no good.
Okay, so what we learned here is always use a test piece, because Benjamin spent a lot of time building this, pre-drilling and everything, and we don't want to ruin that. If you're a PlaneSavers fan and you remember way back in the day, we had to get some pieces made for the tail. Now the biggest damage with DTD back in the day was the tail, the rudder assembly.
Right.
And so we took off all the rudder plate pieces and we sent it to Red Deer. So today, it's Friday.
Yeah.
We gotta get that off to Red Deer. Red Deer has all the metal work. They can do the bends for us. Stella, what time is it now? Almost 3 o'clock?
Yeah.
Almost 3 o'clock. You have, what, 30 minutes to wrap this up and send it to Red Deer. And
With the other one.
With the other one.
Yes. Junior job.
So you have about 30 minutes to wrap that up and send it to Red Deer. Do you think you can make it? There you go, folks. Hopefully you like. Very quick episode today. It's Friday episode, back now to trying to do not one a day, but trying to get some stuff done, get the episodes going. You guys see how much we're working, even though sometimes it's not being filmed. How much Benjamin is working. and Stella, who did an amazing job with the wood. So thank you for joining us today. A very quick episode. And hopefully we can see that spar coming in. We'll get that landing gear put back together, and we'll get this airplane flying super soon. Get down to Oshkosh if possible. Cheers.